Hey Titans! It's Friday. You know what that means? It means that we're putting one of our members, one of our Titans in the spotlight. Within the Titan community, it's full of Titans that are building their own self sustainable business. And today it's a bit of a special guest because he has been part of Titanology since we have started. Last year in October, we met online, and that's where our collaboration started. So I want to welcome Robert from NPC to this
Beautiful, good
spotlight. I
Friday
want to put
evening
the,
or
yeah,
morning or afternoon, wherever you are switching on from.
yeah, Robert. Thank you for being here. This is the
It's
spotlight on you. And
Thank
just
you
make
very
sure.
much, Stefan, for inviting me.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. Like I want to help people understand that if they go through technology, what their experience is, and also giving you some spotlight about your business and what do you do and how do you structure it and how, yeah, basically by being part of technology, it has helped you build this business. So let's first give you some time to explain exactly what your business is, what do you do, and
Yeah.
we go from there.
All right. So, thank you very much for again giving me a brief introduction. I'm located in Frankfurt in Germany, and I am holding a master's degree in biotechnology. So I have experienced in creating experiments and also industrial experience. But I realized that working for somebody, either for an institution or for a company, didn't fulfill me. So I decided upon the time that I became a father, like 1.5 years ago, that on top of that, I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to get self-employed. And I just realized that what can I do? I wanted to combine my passion, which is sports, and the talents that I have, which is understanding things in the molecular area very deeply, and I wanted to share them with other people. So I decided I want to become a nutritionist slash personal trainer. Then the idea was generated, the goal was there. Now what? Right? No, this even though I have deep knowledge about sports, about anatomy, about molecular biology, about how the compounds that you intake interact with your system, I had absolutely no idea how I could, set it out. So I tried a lot of things. I follow some YouTube channels. I get there here and there some courses, but it was more like try and much more error because nothing happens, right? I had a few calls. I got it to a few calls, but I never had able to close a deal. So yeah, this is how I was trying. I even tried a coach prior to Titanology, and this coach really helped me in set up my mindset straight. And on top of that, Titanology helped me to get clarity and also provide me a step-to-step framework how to approach and generate leads and set up your social channels and set up your website in a systematic way. Prior to that, I was like a little bit here, a little bit there, and people, I think even my clients got a little bit, or their leads got even confused. Okay, so you're doing mindset, you're doing nutrition, or you're doing personal training. And the
Hmm.
truth is, I think they are interconnect with them completely. That's why I call my business Meta Puzzle Coaching. It's meta like new, like creating something new, puzzle, bringing the puzzles together with my support, with my coaching. In a nutshell.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a great point that you make there to interconnect everything that you were doing. And earlier today, we had a conversation where you also realized a little bit that it finally comes together.
Mhm.
And it's important because a lot of people, even me, from when we get started with technology, and you remember this from last year, how we started is definitely not where we are right now in ways what we provide as not just as value but as structure as such. So things change and evolve. What would you say is, by joining technology, by joining the community, how did it change your business or your structure, or yeah, how did you change also your mindset about building a business?
Well, first of all, technology contains an own mindset session and our own mindset coach. It's Amber. Amber is awesome in approaching people with when they have problems, when something is hindering them, how to solve the problem. Now, speaking to Amber is awesome. Also, doing the exercise that Amber tells you to do is very important. So, that's to say. By the way, technology contains an own mindset session to really straight up my mind or your mind. Now, what I like about technology most is actually the community. You have found a very bright spectrum of knowledge in creating and running online businesses and scaling them up. But you will also meet other titans with specialties. For example, I met Joel, right? And he's
Yeah.
an online course creator, and he helped me out to create an online course, how to cut movies into small pieces, how to integrate them, how to structure them, and create my own small course, like the basics of nutrition in a nutshell. And who else? I also met Yasmina, right? Yasmina Hirschman, who was also a trauma expert, and I also bumped into a session. So I think the biggest advantage is that through the community, you will have access to many resources as in person, but also in different tools. I mean, prior to that, I didn't know how many apps are there. Now I know things like Titanology, like drop funnels or click funnels, like System.io, like all the email follower or like chimp mail. Like huge opportunities and huge lot of tools that you get through interacting with the members in Titanology. And that's, I think, the biggest plus there.
Yeah, it's really about bringing that value, bringing that knowledge in an easy to digest way to the people that are going through technology. Like you said, there's so much information out there. There's so much things that you can do. But yeah, what I have done together with you while building technology is really showing everybody like, what do you need to do? What are the next steps? And what
Yeah,
tools do I use? And
yeah,
along the way, you learn these tools as well. And I
exactly.
think, correct me if I'm wrong, Robert, but at this point, like the last 6 to 8 months, the things that you have learned through being part of technology is something that can stick with you for the rest of your life, right?
Mhm. Can I be very honest with you?
Yeah, of course.
I am actually, when I was doing my PT and nutritionist, and I still in the community of the official community
Yeah.
of the training of the training platform. And sometimes people are asking things, for example, like how can I set up a website, or how can I do this, or how can I find my target audience. Then I'm reaching out to them, using the tools that I learned in technology, providing
Yeah.
them to their, like, I just toss something to them, like make them curious, and then they are like, oh wow, you seem to know things, Robert. Hey, I want to know more. And I said, no problem, jump on the call here, right? It's a coaching call, so
Yeah.
here, or pay me, then here we go. And they really do.
Yeah, it's what we talked about later or earlier today, is about if we are just a few steps ahead of some people, we can help them out. And
True.
that's valuable. That is so valuable for people that just want to get 2 steps further in their journey. And yeah, by all means, like if you learn stuff through technology, apply it to your own business. Give other people also the chance to get a part of that value. Like what I know from like what I know from marketing, sales, and so on, I also get from other people. Like, I did not invent any of this. I'm not the expert in all of this, but through the years, you learn a lot of stuff, and you learn
You
to
invented the
apply.
community.
Yeah, you learn to apply these things in your own words, in your own world, in your own business, and making it work means that you have found your way to apply these things, and that is what I'm sharing with others. And for you, Robert, within your business, you take that from me and you apply it in your business. You make it your own process, and then you can also teach others that process. I think that is hugely valuable because you can basically scale the sharing of this value non-stop, and I think that's really, really good.
True.
So, Robert, after all these months, what would you say is your most favorite piece of the community? And I want to share my screen a little bit so we can go through this. I did this last week as well, and always fun to see what you think is the most valuable piece within the community. So here we are. Let's see. Yeah. So this is our
All right.
community, right?
Yeah, this is the
And
community.
there's a lot of stuff in here. We have the
Yeah.
masterclasses, we have the spaces, we have the events. Tell us, Robert, what do you feel like after all these months? Do you find the most valuable piece within the community?
For me, there are actually two things. The masterclasses, meaning the Titan roadmap, the Titan launch kit, the social seller bootcamp, the Titan offer building masterclass. I mean, you are introducing a lot of courses, and I
Yeah,
subscribe to many of them, not to all, but to many of them. The Titan management, the time management,
this
is
one.
for
Yeah,
example very, very fundamental to just figure out how you can manage your time and your energy properly in order to work as efficiently with as little time as possible. I mean, I have a 9 to 5 job and I have a family to take care of, so I would say 4 hours tops for my per day for my work, for my passion, for my employment, self-employment. And this was, for example, very useful. And so the master classes are great because you will get a homework. I do the homework, so Stefan can hopefully confirm that I am doing the
yeah,
exercises. I'm doing my own niche. I was creating my own offer, and I was courageous enough to post it so you guys could tear it apart. No, just kidding. You guys could find it's inspiring and give me constructive feedback how I could even further improve
yeah.
upon that.
Look, this was your first draft.
Yeah, exactly. This is my offer. My offer checklist.
It's a bit small, but do you remember this?
Of course I do. I have it printed out here. I still have it here on my back on my whiteboard. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
know. I
absolutely.
have a very scribbling handwriting, so I prefer to type it down.
But yeah, that's the thing. I mean, by doing the work actually and getting the feedback from everybody, not just from me, but from other people as well,
Yeah.
that will give you a lot of insights what to do, what to improve, what to focus on. So yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So the master classes are one thing that I really love, and not only that you post your knowledge there, but you also will review the homework and provide feedback. This is very good. The other thing that I really like is the live events or the Titan huddles, the mindset coaches, also the LGBTQ conferences or the social seller boot camps that you have. I think I participated in the first social seller bootcamp on 4 of the 5 days, or even on
Yeah,
all. Yeah, this was really like stay there and then constructive. It will also start with finding your niche, finding your avatar client, and then finding the portals where you can reach out for these potential clients. That's quite cool.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
also visit other Titans, see where they are struggling, and maybe you will have an idea, then you speak up and help him. And at other points, maybe you will stuck somewhere, and somebody else from the community will have an idea. and you can hear it out, and maybe this will be the idea that will bring you further.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole thing. Huh? That's why we really focus on building this community is to help each other out, like to share each other's experience and to see like really how we can help each other. That's basically it, right? That's so important as well. So I love that. I love that. Yeah, that's the community. So, Robert, now what? You're in the community, you're a part of this now. How are you going to keep using technology to keep growing your business? What is next for the business?
Well, as we discussed this morning, we figured out that I can actually extend my offer a little bit. So I am now, since I go through the trainings to become a personal trainer and nutritionist, I have the knowledge. And there are in the community a lot of people who don't have the knowledge. So what I'm doing right now, and I'm giving tutoring lessons like, hey, before your exam, let's jump on a call, 60 minutes. I will teach you. I actually created a exam simulation, a simulated exam, some questions of the scripts of the content, and we will go through it. Plus, as an NLP practitioner, I also provide them if they have anxiety in front of their before the exam. And you came up with the idea, why don't you stick with them after the exam and you will solve with together the problems that you had when you joined technology. And I was like, yeah. Then I actually asked you for the official permission so I can use your content translated into German and then use it for helping them scaling up the business.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. This was also a mindset thing. I was thinking this is your property and I'm not obliged to copy and paste it.
I mean, I'm not inventing anything, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the
It's
process that we are using, anybody can do that. And usually
yeah.
like it's not even about the information, right? It's not about the information. It's about who are you getting the information from, who is your coach or who is your mentor, who will guide you through the whole process. That is even more important than just the process itself. Because if you look for the process on YouTube, you will find the process. But even if the process is there, even if the information is there, they will still not do it
Yeah.
because they don't get the guidance, right? So that
And
is,
they are not held accountable.
yeah. So if somebody wants to copy technology, for example, or any other business, you can copy the content, you can even copy the process, but you cannot copy me, right? You cannot copy how I do my coaching. You cannot, that's very unique. So
Yeah,
if people
indeed.
come to you and they come to you because you're part of it and it's your way of coaching that connects with people, they can go anywhere else, they will not get that, right? So
Mhm.
I don't mind that people take this and they share it with other people. I don't mind that. That's not the reason why they should be part of technology in the first place.
It's true.
It should be part of technology because of the community, the guidance, just being part of it. And then all the information is what they get as a bonus, right? So that's what
It's
it
true.
is. So by all means, use it, Robert, for your benefit. Build your business around it as well. If it's in German, even better. That's even more unique. So I would
It's
love
true.
to see what comes out of that. But I'm pretty sure that you have now a good structure as
Definitely.
foundation, and now it's keep showing up. Like also getting the accountability and creating um, doing the brainstorming together and talking about it and making sure that you're not getting stuck so you can keep advancing is also very important, right?
That's why I'm still here, part of the community. So if you regularly reach out for me, Robert, how's it going? Do you stuck
Yeah.
somewhere? Can I help you somehow? That's the awesome thing. It's not like I'm part of the community, and as long as I'm not proactive, nobody will reach out for me. Of course,
Mhm.
I'm a very proactive guy, so if I need something, I will reach out for
Yeah.
you. if you don't hear anything from me for like 2 weeks, then you ask me, hey Robert, where's going? And I would like, yeah, I'm stuck in here, or everything is running fine, or I'm in vacation, also happens.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I will keep following up, and if you show up, like, a lot of people that think like they can all do it by themselves are just wrong. You cannot do it by yourself. You have to get at least some accountability going if you want to keep this. If you want to avoid overwhelm, if you want to avoid just feeling burned out, if you have the support, if you feel the support from other people, that's huge. That's huge.
Yeah, indeed. Indeed, it's actually a very good emotional recharge. I'm actually reading a very interesting book, The Power of Full Engagement. And there is written that we actually draw from 4 different sources of energy. The physical is very obvious, like, working out and recovery through good, healthy eating and through periods of resting. Then you have emotional recovery or emotional charge, which is really also interact with your loved ones, but also distance from yourself. And then you have also spiritual and mental recovery rituals. What are these? I will read them in the later chapter. Maybe in the book club, I will. Technology also have a good book club.
Yeah.
Maybe I can make a summary, like a 10-minute summary of this book once I read it through. And then I can share the idea with you and recommend this book to you. It actually helped me to add some content into my coaching program.
Sounds good.
Which is actually fitness, nutrition, mindset, and for fitness is also the recovery part very important.
Sounds good. Robert, where can they find you if they want more information about what you do? Where can they find you?
Well, definitely in the community. So feel free to join us.
Yeah.
Well, of course, I can also share my Facebook profile with you. At the moment, I do not have an active Facebook group. I put them asleep. Right now, I'm very active on LinkedIn. So I can share on the comments below my my contacts, like my Facebook profile, my LinkedIn profile, my Instagram profile, and then those who are interested to know more about what I'm doing, feel free to send me a friend request, and then we're gonna stay in touch.
Okay, sounds good. Robert Ulmann, everywhere. If you look for Robert, you will find him, definitely. And if you're in technology, you can also connect with him in the community. Robert, I want to thank you for your time today. Thank you for being part of the community, for being a Titan. And I'm really excited to see how you will keep growing the business.
There's a saying that I would like to share with you at the end, like as a final word. My sensei, I used to do Aikido and traditional fencing, and my coach or my sensei told me in Germany it calls miteinander, füreinander wachsen. That means you grow with each other and for each other. And this is also what applies to Titanology. So if you want to grow and if you want to find other people to grow, then Titanology is definitely one of the great places to do.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Robert, for your wise words and your great words. And we'll see each other very soon in the community. And
Definitely.
for everybody that wants to know more about this, put it in comments. If you want to know more about Robert, put it in comments, connect with each other, and we'll see each other very soon in the community. Thank you, everybody, and see you next time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.